Good afternoon, everybody. सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. So my topic today will be discussion of planning and execution in middle game. This is the most important topic because in opening, if one just prepares well from opening book or games can get a good position. But until and unless you understand how to plan and execute, it will not fetch result. And only when you cross the middle game, end game comes. So middle game is very important to understand and plan accordingly. I will give examples of lot of middle game positions, and there will be questionnaire also. So Omkar Joshi, Clara Alonso, Vaschal Parikh, Priyam Tavda, and Ramakrishna. Devers and Parvat Thakkar. All are welcome. First, I present to a game of the former Soviet champion, Russian champion, Yuri Avarbak. He is still alive. He is crossed 100 years. He is now 100 years plus. So he is the only grandmaster with such a century. He is 6.5 feet tall. 6.5 feet height है 100 साल क्रॉस कर लिया. So here the game continues normal. I will skip the opening discussion. This is not the sharp way he has played it. Okay. And now this long castle. White has completed development. Now this is the position. Now white has to exploit it. White has to exploit the advantage. So what should he do now? I'm asking you a question to everybody. How should white exploit? First of all, you must agree white has advantage. What is the advantage? The king position. White has castle, black has not been able to castle, and white pieces are coordinated. So white should take advantage of this. What should white do? Welcome, Mukund Agarwal. Many times you know your position is good. You get a feeling that I have a strong position, but you don't know what to do, where to go. So this position, in my opinion, white is plus minus. There are three things. Plus equal means little better. Plus minus clearly better. Plus minus separate means clearly winning. Or it is reverse. Suppose black is little better, we say equal plus. Black is more better, that is minus plus. Black is winning means minus plus separate. So in this position, white is clearly better. What he says, Devar says, no. What is the Dev? Mukund says H4, H5, Hg. It is a slow plan. I agree. Ramakrishna, Queen G7. Queen G7, good move. But on Queen G7 he can attack. Queen G7 is a good move, but he will attack. So think again. You think again. Hello Tanmay Azmera. Ramakrishna, you try to improve your idea. When you play Queen G7, Ramakrishna, he will attack you. So we should do something. Now white advantage is how to exploit the advantage. Mukund Agarwal, your idea H4, H5 is very slow. No, not G4. Not G4. No. No, Clara, knight f5, not correct. G4, not correct. Okay, I will give you a hint. There was, yes, yes, Mukund Agarwal, the answer. Because this is the one defending the whole point. If the knight is not there, I will enter. So, ND, rook E1 first. Idea? Next, I will play ND5 and eliminate the knight. So, you are getting the idea that this is the one I should eliminate. So, good move. Now, ND5. This is the point. He is getting ready to castle now. He is getting ready. White will not give him time. Take. You have to take it. Because castle is, queen is attacked, only take. Now you have to take it. Because if you castle, bishop to f3 with plus minus. So you cannot do. So you have to accept the pawn. Now, because backward pawn, castle is ruled out after bf3 plus. So you have to accept. There is no choice. Now, find out. White to play and win. Your pawn sacrifice is correct. Welcome, Sritu Nandi. Good afternoon. Now he plays correct move queen. Now he cannot attack. Now castle is bad. So he plays rook. I think practically coached. Other moves will lose material. After you castle, bishop f3 will win material. Suppose you castle here, bishop f3, attack, 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 attack. Three attacks. So you have to play rook. What will you do now? Yes, I agree. I agree, Mukund Agarwal. This is the correct move. Now here the whole point is, suppose you play some BB5 move, then counter play comes. There is a counter play will come. At the moment he will have problem. So first queen coming to defending this. Not only I am watching, the queen is also watching this point for defense. So only move. Now the sacrifice is working. So you cannot accept it after taking knight into, and now if you play rook into winning, or you play queen a5 also rook into winning, so you cannot accept that. So here bishop b5, he plays e6. What will you do now? Very important moment. These are called critical moments. How to wind up with a winning advantage. The material is equal. We have got 6 pawns each and everything, but white has a huge advantage. You need to exploit. Your rooks are ready. Your queen, knight, everything ready. What to do now? Somebody, you have to answer how to finish the game. Game is finished. Yeah, they're correct. Correct move. Now I want to hit this point. So this is the defender. So deflect. Very well. Congratulations, Mukund Agarwal. Congratulations. Not knight e6. Knight e6 is not correct because if you play knight into bishop into, it is very not clear. So this is finished. Now you have to take it. Now knight all over. Forced check. Forced rook into. Now there are two threats. This is a threat and this is a threat. Lost. Cannot do. So eliminate the defender and thereafter rook into, and now this is lost. This is winning queen and you will material up. Okay. All right. Now that means we need to spot the weak point. Many times you spot the weak point, but don't plan correctly. You plan correctly, don't execute correctly. Now let me. Every game I want to give a theme. Now white is former world champion Petrosian and black is Victor Korchnoi. But both that at the time of this tournament, this game, both were below 18 years old. Very young players. Both were young and talented. But white played marvelous. So I will go to the point and ask you question. This today a lot of questions I will ask you. No question. This is bad. I think I showed this already. Already I showed this. So I will go to the next. Next. ये सवेरे दिखाया था. तो इवन दो ये दिखाया है फिर भी मैं पूछता हूँ आपको. I'm sure I have discussed this game in class, but let me ask you. Bad move. This is a bad move. Why it is bad? Because a weakness has been created and backward pawn. So he comes here. Now f5. Now take. So white has an advantage. What is the white advantage? That the square is weak in the backward pawn. So how to take advantage of this? This entire session today, I will only discuss planning and exploitation of middle game. So no, I would like to say Ramakrishna, there are two type of Dutch. One is called Stonewall Dutch, the other one is Leningrad Dutch. So if you want to play Leningrad Dutch is much better. E6 F5 is not the best. Yes, so Leningrad Dutch is better. Now the Mukund Agarwal idea exploiting correct answer. Naturally, I want to eliminate square defender is this. So I want to take it and total control of a d5. Good move. Very well played. Take. Now white is the boss. Now the point is you have to calculate. For example, if you will take the pawn, the rook will come and then fork. So he comes, bishop saving the bishop. And now white is on top because there is a big difference. The knight is dominating the board. Knight is dominating. Run. A plan is necessary. How to? The position is quite strong, very strong. It is not winning, but very bad position for plan. So what to do now? Hello, Kripya Parmar. Somebody, Ramakrishna says Queen S3 with the idea of Queen S3 planning F6. So I replace Rook F3. Queen idea is same. I want to bring a Rook to third rank for attack. So this is the correct one. F6. Now the point is you have to take it. This will leaving a bad square. If you play, the queen will try to come. So finish. Lost. So you have to take it. No choice. And now queen come. There is a direct threat. He is giving a direct threat and mate. Only move. Only move. You cannot take it. You take it very losing very quickly. So the only move. Now only move. Again the only move. So a series of only moves. What to do now? Now you are winning. The position is overwhelming. Even such positions also people they jettison, they make mishandling. Ramakrishna, Rook F1. You see, this now you should think. Bring all your forces. This is the unused piece now. This is unused piece. So bring it here. A very simple solution. Now the last piece which is not working, you bring it into the game. So Rook. Nothing better. Take. If you can take it, but this will give some hope, you know. So here, Rook into forcing. Now after this, I come with a threat. There is a mate threat. And even if you come here, the position queen is lost. So this is precision, plan and execution. Of course, it is very natural that we bring the rook. And now, suppose you play rook into pawn, then everything will change. Everything will change. You come here, now he will come. Now rook and rook is not working. Not working. So again, the correct move is to play rook into pawn, rook into rook, and he should resign. You give queen or checkmate. So precision in you see many times you get to know your position is good. You don't know exact plan. Sometimes you know and make a plan also, but exact execution. There are three things. Okay, just a minute. Huh? Just a minute. Next game. So what we learn from this game that the position, the outpost became too much. Suppose it is very important to know plan this and then eliminate and then aggressive. If you play slowly, you will get counter. So you say I will defend the pawn. You say I will defend. This counter play will come. So this is very important. Even though I have discussed this game, still I thought I will repeat. Bad move. Now backward pawn and weak square. So I want you to find out how to exploit this position. Okay, I will tell you white played. Now find out what should white do. Last game we saw we exploited. This game also, white must exploit this weak pawn and weak square. How? That is what I have been telling all that. How the grandmaster is punishing small inaccuracy. Yes, NB5. First A3. Because here the queen and ruby sub watching this. Before playing NB5, you have to play A3. Now, queen exchange will lose a pawn. Queen exchange will lose material. So, you have to come queen. A critical moment, a very critical moment. What to do now? Yes. Now, how should white continue? Not knight c7. No, Clara, this is knight c7 is not correct. Not the best move. No, no. For example, all you want, your knight, what you want? Your plan, I want to exchange the bishop for the knight. I want my knight here. I want to exchange this bishop for this. So this is what I want. So how do I do that? How do I do it? C4. The idea, now the pawn is permanently backward. अभी आपको ये मारना है कि नहीं मारना? What do you want? Next, if you do not take it, I rook will return. Or now knight can come. So ये मारना पड़ेगा. Otherwise you cannot free. D6. So you are forced to take. C4 is a very good move. So you maro. So tempo. I am now gunning for the square. One job I will achieve. I will exchange this. Thereafter, bishop will come here and take, and the knight is the boss. Take, take. Now take knight. So white achieved the same thing, outpost on d5. Next plan, I want to do start. I want to start race, and take and mate. So here, why this move? I want to play. I want to play g3 h4. But immediate g3 is bad. They will come. अभी ये बैठ गया है. इसको उठाएगा कौन यहाँ से? So there is a problem. The pawns are not mobile until and unless you get h4 h5. So it is not correct to play g3 now. Mistake. This is a mistake. So what you want? Your queen should come here and then that. Then come here. So queen, attack, attack. I don't care losing the pawn. Queen trap हो जाएगा. ये queen trap हो जाएगा. So forced attack, forced take attack, forced push. I don't care for losing the rook. The only and winning. Overwhelming it is. He should resign because now the queen is coming, rook is coming, the queen is coming, rook will coming, finish. Hopeless. So the whole point is, I have had many strong players say the more higher the rating positional play has more major impact on the game. What do you think about this? Correct. The more higher rated player, they play only positional. Indirectly, it is strategy. They focus only on strategy. They do not go for tactics unless they are forced to. They only try strategic moves, planning. It is like I will tell you in other words. So small fish, no, it comes on the water very quickly up. The bigger fishes do not come up; they always stay down. Deep water, छोटा छोटा मछली पानी में ऊपर फर फर करता है. तो बड़ा deep big fish they stay deep down the sea. तो ये तो गया 12 का भाव में गया. So outpost, the whole point is outpost. So let's check another one. Every game has a theme. Now, now this position, I want to give you position. So I will get my pawn back. You have to take. Now rook. Now pawn push. Take. So I will get my material back. Take. Now white is better. Now white will have pawn up. That is not very important thing. It is not important. The important thing is that white pieces are more active. So black plays comes. Rook into is bad. After rook takes rook, knight will come one extra pawn. So rook into the knight ending is lost. So only move. He is paralyzed. Now rook on the 7th rank. Now the pawns are, he will lose material. Now I am going to come here. I want to come here or here, take the pawn. So that rook into pawn. So one pawn is gone. So a3. Now forced. Otherwise it is losing. Only move. Check. Only move. Check. Now come back. Now the point is here, if pawn down doesn't matter, black would defend if the king was active. We change. Suppose we change the position of these two pieces. The rook will be active here in the file. But that will not win. Suppose rook on c7 and king on d4, it is not winning. But now this rook is very active and the king is also coming to center. I told you few days back, the king is extra piece in endgame. Middle opening, you castle, keep the king safe. Middle game also you have to be very careful. But in end game, the king becomes very powerful and very active. King, king, weakening. Now rook weakens, attack. Now on push, king. So the position is winning because the rook is very active and rook is passive. This rook is unable to enter. You do any activity, I will force him. Now he comes here. Go back. Simon, go back now. Otherwise, only cannot exchange. He wants to go counter play. Go back. So you can see that rook is so active, black rook unable to get life. Go back. Winning. So white has made a substantial improvement in everything. And now winning the game. The whole point is king pawn ending also will lose after some time. Cannot play king pawn ending. Now white to play and win. Find out. Find out. Find out white to play win. Yeah. Trivia Parmar correct. King pawn ending. You take this rook check. Winning. So he cannot take it. Winning. Completely winning. No counterplay lost. Okay. Bad move. Now the point is, if he cannot take, his queen also will be lost. So this was a bad move. Bad move. Knight comes. Check. Check. You have to, unfortunately, you cannot move the king. That is bad. Losing a lot of material. So white has got one extra pawn. The point is, this queen side majority, a pass pawn is guaranteed. That's enough. That means you should focus only how to advance, how to make everything better slowly. Only move. Only move. Now you have to stop winning. Next job, I want to exchange a rook here. I want to bring the rook here, get rid of the rook, and go after the pawn. Simplest way. Rook. Exchange that, a pass pawn is guaranteed. Now he has taken the pawn. The material is equal, but it is winning. You have to take the bishop. Now king. Now the pawn is lost. This is simple threat I am coming. He cannot do anything. The rook is unable to enter the game. Now, whatever it is, he should come quickly here and come for the pawns. But he went for the unnecessary pawn. One second. So, this is now simple. Pass pawn. You have to just push the pawn. Okay, I will show further. What to do now? How to win? Somebody tell me what to do now. Now he attacks. Not rook a8. No. No. Please think. आपको बस दे दो. You see, you have to see rook on 7th rank. So you just push the pawn. We will take it. Now come here. Tempo. He has to come. Finish. Whether you come up, queen, or I will give rook check. You have to be very precise and quick. Okay. Now, in a game, suppose weak pawn, weak squares, you know, you have to see the strength of your pieces. Okay, I go give one example. This is now white has got this is knights are Nimzo Indian defense. A double pawn is the main thing. Knights are better than bishops. Correct? BB7. Black is playing correctly. Okay. Now knight. So forced. Queen v5 is forced. Only move. Forced. Now they open up the game. That's all. Forced. Now there is a weak pawn. This is a weakness. This is a weakness. This is also weak, badly placed. This also is doing nothing. White should win the game. Forced. Forced again. Otherwise you are unable to fully move. But then this is winning him. Now the one pawn is gone. He has to leave this pawn. He cannot stay and losing the game. Now I want to show you. I think I did all this thing yesterday. It looks like to me. I will give another question to you. I did this. Yesterday only I did this. Okay. I want to find out one another theme. A player should not worry about exchanges. Suppose, let us say you want to play for a win and your opponent wants to draw. So what he will try? He will try to exchange pieces, exchange the queen, go to an equivalent. So this is a psychological thing. You have to cross over. Don't worry about opponent's idea to exchange pieces. You should exchange, but only at a place where you want, only at a time when you want. So you should decide the time and place for exchange. Now, there was a lady player called Vera Menchik. She was a very strong player. She has beaten strong players. Women player, perhaps there was no women world championship. Otherwise, she would have been the first women world champion. Vera Menchik. Vera Menchik is white, Capablanca black. Now, playing like Cole system, want to exchange. So, now if you exchange, it is inconvenient. Not a very convenient thing. You have to lose time. So, I told you, exchange is no harm, but you should decide the time and place, not your opponent. Now, this exchange is bad. This is bad. So, he says, you exchange. Now he comes. Now he wants to exchange. So, you should not exchange. Now, asking white, asking you exchange. Now, knight, idea, want to exchange further. Idea, want to play c4. Now, the end game is coming. Mera Manchik knew that rooks will exchange, end game is coming. So, comes to center. What to do now? You should decide the time, place for exchange. What white wants, exchange the rook, exchange the other rook and draw. करना क्या है? Somebody suggest. White wants to exchange everything. Rook, another rook, draw. No. Capablanca says, I will exchange, but you exchange. My back rank is clear. Another rook. No problem, no objection. No objection. Capablanca is confident to win the game. Welcome. Now back rank is clear. So the bishop has to move now. Check. Post. Now look here. Queen takes pawn, counterplay. So even after this, the position is bad. Because this is Tara's formula. One, forced, up gaya, also gaya. Pawn up and also better pieces. There are three advantages. One extra pawn, then 3-2 majority, then superior bishop, badly placed bishop. Bishop. So all three advantages. Finish. Extra pawn, grandmaster will not make mistake. So it is a modern example. White started trying to exchange. So don't worry about it. Opponent will always try to exchange and draw weaker player. So in that case, you should decide the time and place about exchange. It is a part of the game. You cannot avoid exchanges. Decide the time and place. Then only you should exchange. Now, Laskar and Taras, they played a match for world championship. They played one match 1914. Laskar was superior player. Taras was also a good grandmaster, strong GM. So, but they were not in good terms. There was a press conference. The journalist asked Laskar, "What do you want to say?" So Laskar said, "I want to only tell my opponent two words: check, mate. That's all. Check, mate. That means I want to give you checkmate every game." But anyway, Laskar won the match because he was a superior player. However, this particular game, so a target. Isolated pawn is not a crime, not bad, but you should have active pieces. Your pieces must be active, and you should have always tactical opportunity, piece play. You should not exchange pieces going to a passive end. So this is the Rubinstein variation. This is not the main line. The main line goes knight c3, castle, and now bishop g5. Now only move. All other moves are bad. This is a bad move. Whatever you do, it is bad. The only move. But then white stands better. This is the idea of Rubinstein. And he plays for a positional line. Pawn takes. Now, the main idea to occupy the d4 square. He wants to come here, seize the square. The square in front of IQP is important. So, you castle, this is a plus minus. If you castle, knight attacks, and now you come here, and then knight comes here. Very strong position. So, this is what problem. So, here he played in the game d4. Attack. Now, want to bring the rook. The pressure. White has now 4 attacks. So, the only there is no other way to defend the d4 pawn. So, white has got a spatial advantage. When you get two bishops in open position, It is called a spatial advantage. Normally, bishop and knight are of equal value. Don't think bishop is superior, but in majority games, normally we get open game. So in open game, when the pawns are on both wings, bishop is superior. Suppose the pawns are all together, then knight is. For example, let us say there is a pawn over here. I mean, there is a pawn over here. So if the pawns are on one side and it is not open, knight is better. But in this position, bishop is superior. So white already has got a better game. Apart from two bishop, a weak pawn is there. So he plays, cannot take that e2 pawn. Now a4, a5, b7 pawn. Very well played. Okay, it is center pawn. Mainly the problem is that you will lose the center pawn if you take it. Okay. Forced. Otherwise, you lose a piece. Very soon, the queen will come and pick up. Queen c2 and material. The knight is also not good. Threatening knight f5. Position is plus minus. Should win the game. And there is a fork. Finish. So, we learn two things. Every game we learn thing. What is the lesson from this game? Lesson from the game that here, if you castle the square, right? Now the position is plus because the IQP you occupied the square in front of the pawn. So white gets a better game. This is very important. Number one. And number two, when you have IQP, you should have active pieces. Where is the activity? So the line is not dangerous. Modern theory, if you see, this is not a dangerous line. As I told you, the main line goes here in c3, castle, bishop g5, and this is the main line. However, let us see what we call this is a line of Taras. DC5 is not active. I'll show you what black will do. Here, I must show you a game of a strong player, Okopian, active place. Black has got very active play. So let me show a serious classic game. A classic game. Pressure, no problem. Black has more space and E2 pressure. See, knight c4 is coming. So you should get active piece play, active position. Let me show another player. Now point is this b2 will hang. If you take it, queen into will come and this pawn b2 will pressure. This is also no problem. I think Karpo Chandler also went like this. White Karpo, black was Chandler. Better. You have to take the knight. Knight. The knight into bishop was better. He plays active position. Black has an active position. So you have to play actively when you have got IQP. All right. This is a weak move. This is not correct move here. F4 is bad, you know. Okay, because you are weakening the E4 point. So it was better that instead of playing F4, he could have played here S3. Idea, the queen will come, rook will come to center, but this is bad and weak. Now there is a problem. You take pawn into, then the whole complex is weak. Pawn takes pawn. Now this is bad. If the bishop is attacked, it is all that one bad move. The whole complex become. If the pawn was here, and instead if the pawn was here and you had pawn c3, solid position. So I will show one game that I think Alekhine was black and Winter was white. Similar thing. One bad move, the whole game becomes bad. Now imagine the pawn is here. There is no weakness. But now weakness. C5 is a threat. Now this is not even now bishop is attacked. So you have to surrender it. कहाँ जाएगा bishop? Forced. Now what is the advantage of black? Somebody tell me what is the advantage of black? Double bishop 1, center 2, and more active pieces. This is a weak point, this weak square. So black has more active pieces and bishop pair. Achha, what is the advantage of bishop pair means you can decide to play good bishop, bad bishop sometime. Sometime same color bishop, but your bishop is better. Sometime better bishop than bad knight. So you have a choice to keep a piece of your liking. Number one. And number two, when two bishops are open position, pawns are on both wings, it is dangerous. So the position is minus plus. Tempo, go away, go away. Now very active. It should be winning slowly. A player cannot weaken the position just by playing that move. The two bishops and center, double bishop advantage. And I must tell you, don't think that two bishops are clear better. It all depends on the position. अभी अभी ठीक है वो रूम से चालू करो क्योंकि मेरा क्लास चल रहा है 5 बजे तक कर देंगे फटाफट नहीं होगा अभी मेरा क्लास चल रहा है ना तो इतना कर देंगे हम ठीक है करो वो सब करो अंकल टाइम नहीं मिलेगा बोले जैसे सुनो तुम आवाज मत करो क्लास चल रहा है करो so here two bishop is not advantage in all positions. This position is winning, nearly winning. Okay, the position is bad. Okay, so here let me show a game where two bishops are not. We show you a game. Here, just a minute. Hey. No, it's not the one. It is. You was white, our black. Ah, one second, please. I will show you. Abar bak. No, ABB here. Yeah, this is the one. Now you can see. Now white gets two bishop, but how the bishops are placed? Now it gets a break. These are very natural. Now, what a type of bishops? ये तो pawn से worse है. Pawn तो move हुआ है, pawn में नहीं. So what about this one? So no scope of the bishop. Here the knights are better. So please note that two bishop is not always plus plus and left with a very bad bishop. There are many positions like Spassky Fischer match fifth game. The two bishops were bad for Spassky. Black knights are better. So don't think two bishop is an advantage. Depends on the position. Next I will show you. One second, please. Right back in a minute. Just a minute, please. Hmm. So here, this ending is harmless. This ending looks castle chance is gone, but white has no advantage here, apparently. The modern move, this is a game of 1945. The modern players, for example, Mikhail Tal, here as black, played bishop here. This is a better. Now this would be bad because the square becomes weak and he will get a good game. Next c6, king c7. So the modern grandmaster, they mobilize quickly. But this is old game, but anyway it is harmless, but it is not the best move. Castle, now knight. So he wants to consolidate the structure and there is a threat, a bad move. Now you are just making pawn moves, it is not having an effect. The bishop remains badly placed. Okay, this is good. Now the knight has to move. The d4 knight under attack. So this wins material now. Bad position. It is all some stunt move of white causing him lot of problem. Now you cannot allow knight into g3. So this really the position is he must lose material or a very bad position. The position, what are the advantages? Now black has got bishop pair. This is excellent. One. Second, a target. And there are this pawns, there is a possibility I can create a passport. Whereas what will white will do now? But there is no target forced. Now you see bad move again goes backward pawn. Now the simple rook doubling. After rook doubling, he is paralyzed completely. One. Creating a pass pawn. Initiative. A player should not hesitate. When you have initiative, you are not giving too much material. You are giving the rook for bishop and a pawn and threats. So good move. Good. He is helpless basically. The rook is already bishop is watching this. So rook is tied down. And now if you play further, then he will come pawn push, winning quickly. Lost. So two pass pawns. Okay. Further course of the game did not very important. Now it is very easily winning. Now this is too much. The two pass pawns, bishop and active king. So whole variation, black, white made waste moves. The variation is not bad. I will tell you. I must tell you here. Though I want only do middle game, still I will discuss a particular opening plan. Now d4. If you are a park player, then you can play d6 to meet c4 with e5. But if you are not a park player, then white can play here e4. Then you have to play park only. Now, modern or perk doesn't matter. So you should know then only this move order is good. Suppose you are a modern player, you will play this move. Now knight c3, bg7, you are comfortable. I am Varghese Kosi was playing this move order. d4, d6, now c4, e5 is good. And if you play e4, g6, no problem. So you have to be very clear about your concept, ready to play park. Okay. Now e4 d6. Now c4 e5. Now taking the pawn is not good. You get no advantage. So white should play knight f. Now if you play, then white gets a good game. Now you have to play f5 because if you play knight, then he will keep on attacking that. You have problem now. That is why this nf3 is the correct answer. Here, the correct move for white is to play nf3. nf3. This is the correct. Now pawn takes pawn, white will get an advantage in the center. White will get center center control and more development. This small little advantages counts a lot. So I did that yesterday. What do you prefer against dragon? I already did my. You can go back. There was. You can go back to my yesterday's afternoon class. I showed how to play against Sicilian dragon. So two type of things I showed. So please go and refer my yesterday's evening lecture. Okay. So here this is pawn into pawn. White get a good game, very easy game. Now next move I want to play e4. Take a good control of center. So let us see now if you what to do now here. Here supposing you can't play e5, so you play knight d7, preparing to play e5. But in this case, the bishop remains blocked. White gets a good game. White is very strong here because white can just play knight normal move. Now knight f6. Now here knight f3. Now e4. This is called old Indian defense. So white is having advantage. So please note that the move order that you should know certain things. Okay, I leave this. Go for the next example. Now Bondravsky, who was the coach of Boris Spassky. Spassky had two great coaches. One is Toulouse in his early career, made him a very big attacking player. And second is Bondravsky, who was good in opening theory. All. Oh, this is called the delayed exchange variation, which is not dangerous. If you take knight into pawn, he will recover easily immediately. और ये pawn जाएगा. So you have to play rook. Idea want to take further, then you have to come. This is the best defense. Other moves are not good. All other moves are bad. Moving queen, moving bishop. This is all bishop. These are bad moves. You play bishop g4, वो s3 खेलेगा. आपको मारना पड़ेगा. यहाँ आएगा तो g4. So the s3 bishop g4 is not good. And if you play some bishop d4, 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 d4 आ जाएगा. Again problem. So the best move knight d7. Take. Now castle. Even now here, yeah, d4. Yeah, you have to take it. Take, and this. Now he's challenging him the end game because he has got bishop pair. So the end game is very comfortable. Though double pawn is there, this is quite comfortable for black. Very nice play. You have to decide. Now pawn takes pawn will free the bishop. This will free the bishop with a tempo. White is already inferior because the bishop is unprotected also. So here you have to push the pawn. Square are my pieces. The passed pawn will be blocked. You don't worry. See, I told you some earlier lecture. The passed pawn is good, but it is blocked. So when it is blocked, not moving, it becomes bad. So good move. Knight blockade. Now if you think I want to develop, this is not very good actually. This is the correct knight blockade. Now this becomes bad. Move the bishop. Very well active. Again, because immediately push the ND4 is coming. So once again the correct. Very actively play. Maybe this is maybe to the point. This is also possible to play. But he's not giving time. Immediate threat of trapping. So if you look at the position, black pieces dominating the center. Number one, black has bishop pair. Number two, and a fantastic blockade. Fantastic blockade. Run very well. The king is taking a part. Now after you exchange, the king will do the blockade job. Clearly better. Now the position is just bad. There is no plan for white. Black has plan. Now one pawn gone. And there are 4-3. Once this is gone, there will be 4-2. So where is the means how this line, in my opinion, I am very much fond of this line as white. I like this white. This is a very good line. Spanish, I like this. Let me tell you, in this position, there are 3-4 ways to continue. Now, he played in the game RE1. I prefer to play Queen E1. The reason now there is no pin and I am threatening directly. So this is a good move. Let me show this position because a player should not be under the impression that what is now black won the game, it is all nice. I will show you some games and then I will tell you. I was very much impressed by seeing the game of Zanadi Zaychik. This one. Because I played the same tournament. When you play, you observe what the grandmasters are doing in which variation. That also has an influence on you. So I was watching this game and I was quite influenced and I thought this is a very good line for white. So Grandmaster Zaychik really outplayed. Now he is giving a direct threat to take the pawn. Okay. So he played knight. Now the idea want to occupy the f5 square. One of the idea, the knight is heading to the square. And another idea that he wants to play a4, a5, completely paralyzing the queen side. Once the pawn is there, that white queen side is paralyzed. This is an important thing to note. So now, so he has regrouped the knight to making the pawns free. Necessary. Otherwise, I want to completely paralyze him. Now this is not possible because of the unprotected state of the rook. This is really strong. This is gone. White is having a clear superior position now. You have to play b6. Oh, a pawn जा रहा है. Now you support the rook. Now support. I will take knight into b7. Position is totally passive and bad. Forced. Now white has got more active pieces and also better center. Forced. NV5 is coming. Forced. Minus plus. Plus minus. However, you see, I saw what happened in the game. One game I played here. Same player. Same player Lukacs. And in the same tournament. So here, and now I played here d3. Now I played this bad move. This is bad. Can you show one great game of Magnus Carlsen position play? Okay, sure, I will. I will show after this. I will show one great game of Magnus Carlsen. Now, knight h4. The point is, white, if you play normal castle, the white's plan, no, normally you will expect black will castle. Now, after normal castle, white will prepare play f4. Now, on pawn into pawn, white will play rook into, and on g4, white will play knight. The idea, you take queen check. This is the idea. The normal move, what white expects, that black will castle and f4. And if you take, it is good. If you do not take, I will push. Suppose you come, white will get an attack. A free attack. Now the queen is ready. Now the rook will come. This is a fantastic position. So that means if you play nc5, f5 is coming. And if you take it, even rook e4, rook f4 is good. And it is dream. Now mechanical g5, knight f5, we finish it. Okay, you don't take it, but knight is now established there. It is getting a good game. But to my bad luck, my opponent, Grandmaster Lukacs, analyzed it all and he played a fantastic move. So tell me, what should you do now? This bad move. Now after f6, knight c4. Now here, this bad move. Knight h4 is a bad move. Tell me why. Somebody tell me why knight h4 is bad. After this, I will show a game of Magnus Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen. So, somebody tell me what is the correct move for black. Can somebody tell me what black should do? I told you, if you castle, I have f4 with a good game. So, what is the correct move for knight h4? I will flip the board. Participate, please participate. Tell me what black should do. Some of you might be Roy Lopez players. आप में से बहुत लोग तो रॉय लोपेज प्लेयर होगा व्हाइट एंड ब्लैक. I was waiting for my opponent to castle, but he played a surprise move, and I was simply outplayed. All right, I give you 1 minute time. क्या खेला है? All right, please tell me what should black do? Yes, yes. G6 is correct. G6 is the correct because now bishop and queen. This is a threat now. A threat. So after this, this move is a waste of. So I was only counting black will castle, and after that an excellent game. But after G6, simply I have to retreat. Now this is coming, so I have to go back, and I got into trouble. Okay, this is bad. Now somebody, as you requested, I will discuss one game of Magnus Carlsen, pure positional game. So great positional game. Basically, I would say there are one area, positional play and technical play. Magnus Carlsen is great, but he has not produced attacking game of tactical or brilliant games like Kasparov, like Viswanathan Anand, or any other great tactical tactician. Kasparov, Anand, I put them in similar style. So both are on this active style. So Magnus Carlsen basically in type of Smyslov type, Karpov, Smyslov, in this type of player, pure positional. So let me show a class of one great tactician and great positional player. Class of style. Uh, okay, I want to discuss this BB5 Knight F6. So this is called the Berlin defense. This is very popular at top level. I mean, ever since Kramnik adopted it in his match with Kasparov, and he adopted it 4 times and winning 2 times. 2 times he beat Kasparov playing black, and other two was draw. So after that, the whole focus came here, and it is very difficult for White to count on an advantage directly. Still, I would like to show you how the game went on. Obviously, knight into pawn is the main line. Other moves are not active. I mean, if you play, it will transpose to classical system, and white gets advantage with c3, and knight into pawn d4. White will get a good game. So it is not good one. And if you castle with after d4, white gets better. So you should not play bishop c5 transposing to classical. So he comes knight into pawn. Now rook e1 is not good move. If you you cannot count on an advantage. After rook e1, knight d6 and knight into pawn. Of course, you should not take this stupid move here. Bishop. And now you play bishop here is good bad. So rook e1 will not get. And if you play here bishop into knight now here now you place pawn into and knight into pawn you are not getting anything. D4 you can just castle and white is not ready sufficiently developed to launch an attack. Black has bishop pair hardly any problem. Okay, for example, now you want to play c3. No, maybe here what I can do, I will play now. Maybe here, I think, I think this is correct. Now ND2, you can play C. White has no advantage at all whatsoever. That is the reason Rook E1 should not be played. You must play here now. Now D4, main line. This is risky business. Rook E1 will come. So Knight D6 is the line. Now Bishop takes knight. And this is bad. After this, Laskar Taras, I told this is bad. Now the position white gets a clear plus. For example, now white can play here knight d4 and now bishop e7 or maybe queen coming. Now bishop d7 and now queen e2 castle rook d1 white better. White has a free game. Necessary to get this. He cannot play d5. He cannot play d6. And if you play, suppose here you play c5, you are inviting the knight towards black king's position. So it is not a good idea. That is why you must play other way. You have to play pawn into d into c6. Now pawn into pawn. Now if you play knight e4, if you black plays, white will play queen e2, not exchanging queen. This ending game is nothing, no advantage. So queen e2, and he has a problem. And now bishop e3 will come. Now rook d1, knight e2, knight d2. White gets good. Next rook d1 and knight d2, rook d2 plus minus. So you have to play knight f5. Now this is the critical position. Queen takes take. So thousands of games are played in top level. And Anand, I think, prepared this for his return match with Carlson. I think he prepared this. Now, what is the idea? White has got 4-3 majority. White has got 4-3 majority. So White wants to play, if possible, S3, G4, F4. So, so White wants to mobilize his king side pawns and create a pass pawn. Now, in this position, there are many moves like in C3 is a good move, B3 is a good move. Idea bishop B2 in the long diagonal. So rook D1, rook E1. There are many moves are there, but this is a modern approach. Modern approach. So, so in the earlier, Anand had played also king coming back. This also I think he had played. So this is a good move. With the idea that king wants to slip. Now the king wants to go to this thing, b6 and take b7. Everything is all right. This is perfectly, black is fine. Once black castles and coordinates two bishops. So he comes, knight c3. This is again a fine move. Not allowing knight and bishop, a very important square he is robbing. Restriction of opponent minor piece is a golden rule. And Anand and his team must have worked it thoroughly, all the positions. So here, b3, it is a good move. He wants to bring the bishop into the long diagonal. Again a good move. So that there is no pin is possible at the moment. Once again, taking a central square. Once again taking a central square. Now other moves were possible to play b6, but in this case you will play rook d1. You cannot go to b7, so you have to play knight. And now white stands better. f4 f5. My plan is to play f4 f5, and you cannot play because I will throw. If you play bishop here, I will play e6 and take the vital. So this is a very important move. That is why it is getting a good game. So here, this is white gets better. That is the reason Anand played very correctly in the opening. After the move, he played correctly. Again, everything is perfect. I would appreciate that there is no particular plan available. Once again, a fine move. Blockade, because you never know. Suddenly, I will open up. If you play, I will play pawn to g4. Suppose you play nd5 is coming, and I can get this also tempo, and then open the position and take the pawn. So once again, a perfect blockade. Yeah, it is all very nicely played by Anand. Everything has timing. No time, no chance, not allowing the knight to come here, and the knight will come. So again, perfect. No mistake in opening area. Black just needs one more move to consolidate. Now look here, look at the position. Look at the centralization. Centralization. Look at this piece gunning against this. And white has a strategic plan. 1, 2, 3, 4 against 3. So this is important thing that he wants to create a pass pawn. His pieces are centralized. If you do all these things, is bad. These are bad things. Square weakness. Now d6 and open king. Why this? White wants to advance, but you cannot do it like so. You will keep a weakness. In this case, nd4 will come. If you carelessly you play, everything is spoiled. Now there is a threat here. Black has equalized. So you have to be very careful about it. King necessary. Otherwise, counterplay will come. Once you play a4, pawn into and rook will be active. So again, correct. Once again, I appreciate this is a beautiful move by Anand. So many times, I will tell you, when I saw the match of Capablanca Alekhine, I simply said, what rubbish they are playing. They played the one opening with white, same thing with black. Both, both the players played one opening and dull. But actually they were giving threats. So here also a player should understand that black is defending lot of threats. Very important. So you have to do like this, then knight comes. The point is, hello, हाँ हाँ बोलिए सर. नहीं नहीं एक्चुअली 67 होता है और तुरंत एक 5-10 मिनट में और भी आता है. मैं तो करीबन 3 लाख के ऊपर आ जाएगा सर. अभी ऑलरेडी कर दिया है. ऑलरेडी हो गया है. अभी 3,20,22,000 तक हो जाएगा. 2-3 आरटीजीएस फटाफट होगा. सो प्लीज जरा वेट कीजिए थोड़ा देर. आ जाएगा सर. So, so here is also now ready perfectly. Preventing, you cannot allow the knight exchange. Once the knight is exchanged, then bishop is safe. So stops that. Now black is forced now. There is no mobility. Black must complete development. Only now he wants to bring the other knight here and then seize the square. You cannot take bishop into knight. These are all very bad. Perfectly played. So I think now white is better. After so much of maneuvering and hard work, proper play, white is ready now to advance the pawns on the king side slowly. Apparently there is no weak point. Well, I don't see, the position is almost paralyzed because the knight is controlling this square, so you cannot bring the rook. The rook is poorly placed. White has maneuvered so cleverly that now mobility is not there. No mobility. Notice now, if you do counter play, you should not allow counter play. The last of the pawn. If you play pawn into pawn, new life will come. Life will come for black. Black is desperate to open because for his pair of bishops. So taking this pawn also, he will get a punch later on. So he will come bishop here and hit, bishop here and hit. You have to take with the knight. You take with the pawn the problem. If you take this pawn, the bishop will come and hit. Then bishop is gunning here. You have to take with the knight only. Redundant knight. That is why a very nice move. Anand playing good and Magnus played also good. He did not fall into the bait. Now the king will come in trouble. The whole point is black has generated maximum play, but now his own king, black's king, is exposed. Great. That's why Anand is throwing everything he can. It's bad now. It's bad. So fully centralized. A great game by a great game by Magnus Carlsen. And in the same game, same match, Anand played this game and drew also, but earlier, before this game. So Magnus Carlsen came better prepared for the line because same variation in the same match he had drawn, equalized, but he came up with an improvement. A great positional game. It will be difficult, very difficult. Oh, it's lost. I mean, simplifying is the best thing. You need to simplify when you are having material up. Now the extra pawn, exchange and pawn should win easily. Now, okay, this is what Magnus Carlsen has showed. Okay, do you know today is Vijayan's birthday? Oh, yeah, I should now give a nice game of Viswanathan Anand beating Carlsen. So, since you say Anand's birthday, let us celebrate with Anand's brilliant win against Magnus Carlsen. Happy birthday to our legendary grandmaster Viswanathan Anand. Let us see. Let us see Anand Carlsen. So maybe I should do this way. Maybe I should do. result, then it is easier. Yeah. How come it is not there? Should we hear? Okay, I will show the game. It is not in the data, but anyway, I will show you the game. Celebrating Anand's one of the great game. I remember the game. Karib Karib, I remember the game. So here e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. Now bishop c4. He played in the game knight f6. Okay. Now Anand played in the game here in the game played in the game c3. I think knight g5. I think knight g5. Now how did that occur here? We tried to collect bishop c4. The Carlson was black. Yeah, it went on like this. I think it went on like this. I guess. One, one second. Just a minute. हेलो हाँ बोलिए साहब. हाँ आ रहा है साहब और आ रहा है. हाँ पक्का आ रहा है. इट जितना हुआ उसका डबल होगा वापस. हाँ जी हाँ जी. तो क्या है मैं भूल गया. आई फॉरगेट द मूव ऑर्डर एग्जैक्टली. Exactly, I forgot. Maybe I will see another game because I'm not sure he gave a pawn and then took the exact move order. I don't remember. Let me take to another game of Anand. A great game. So a game against Kasparov, I will show. Yeah, let us see a game against Gary Kasparov. Anand beat Kasparov in a rapid match. Kasparov has rarely lost match. He might have lost a game to somebody, but in a rapid match, Anand beat him playing white this deep queen d4 and black he played king's Indian. Where Kasparov is the biggest expert in the world. The c4 the point is now this sort of Bharatji bind position is creating. Okay, why this move? So that the queen does not waste time. At least it is developed. Now the bishop will develop in this diagonal. This is the point. So if you play knight f6, then white gets some bd3 and g6 b3 white is better. Idea bb2 with excellent position. So we decided to play g6 direct. Now black is very ambitious. Now if black should play equality, he can play with bishop here. The main point is after the bishop into knight, the bishop and knight will seize the central squares, giving equal chances. This is the equality, but black is not happy with equality. That is the problem. Bishop g4 will equalize, but black is not ready to equality. It was 2013. Yes, he played a great game with Aronian 2013. But let me discuss these games of Kasparov. So Kasparov, ambitious move, did not play. He wants action. This is the correct move. The point is now, if the rook was not here, black would take the pawn. Now the bishop is supported by the rook. If it was here, knight e4, knight e4, queen d2 and bishop b2 would have come. Well played. The other alternative, white can also plan to play a3, preparing to push the queen and get some initiative. This is also little better. White stands better. But Anand's play is very solid. Rook d1. Very good. Now, now he realized there is no plan, but why not that time? Why he should have weakened the position? So finally he came. White is better. Now queen has to go back and losing, weaken the squares. Forced, rather forced plus. So the position now is outplayed. Actually, virtually white has outplayed black now because of this careless one or two moves. Plus, next f4 will come. White has got excellent position, attack and center plus the only move. Winning. Now two pass pawns and a weakness and outplayed. So this is an excellent one, and also I will show his game with black, beating Kasparov in the same match. Here we see a rapid 95. So searching a game is very difficult. कहाँ है भाई? क्या मिल नहीं रहा है? I'm not getting that game. I think I'm not getting it. So I will search that game later. So good evening, Dr. Senapati. I will search that game, both these games. That Kasparov beat Carlson in about some 18-20 moves. That game I will search, and also Carlson, Anand beating Kasparov with Black with Kings Indian. These two games I will show tomorrow because it's taking a lot of time to search. So thank you very much, friends, being with me. I will be back tomorrow morning 9:30 for the next class. And tomorrow also I'll continue middle game because I must prepare thoroughly some particular line for Nasdaq because I have not seen the modern theory for a long time. So Nasdaq only modern theory is very important. Okay. So सबको मेरा नमस्कार. Take care. See you tomorrow morning 9:30.